So good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, ma'am. I am Catherine Solitario and I am from Group G. So for today's video, I will going to report about socio-emotional development of preschoolers. So before we start, I will just give you a hint about what is social or social and emotional. So when we say social, it is all about the society, or it is relating to the society. So it means it is refers on how we build a relationship to others or creating connection to others. So from the word social, it is all about socializing. So while the emotional, it is all about on how we express our feelings towards the others or towards the situation. So this topic focuses on socializing or socialization of preschoolers. So, kung babalikan natin yung nakaraan, when we were still young, we have a lot or different kind of happiness. For example, when we get a high grades in school or even accomplishing something in school that we should be proud of. So, there is a quote by Maria Montessori that one test of the correctness of educational procedure is the happiness of the child. So this quote means our environment or even our parents, teachers, and adult gives us support that we need or we want our childhood memories will become happy. In addition, we are we are born naturally and inquisitive. We are curious and we tend to explore more to find our happiness. So like in playing, with the factors where they can express themselves easily and collect experience, and also they can learn from it. Socio-emotional development, it involves more than just expressing emotion. It entails taking turns, becoming independent, following routines, interacting more with peers, engaging in meaningful relationships with others, controlling emotions, and developing a positive self-image. So, the first scholars may develop through their experience, expressions, and management of emotion, and the ability to establish positive and rewarding relationships with others. To further know about this, we hear a lot of parents, adults, school administrators, or preschool administrators say that attending preschool is more for socialization than for formal academic learning. So during preschool years, the child learn about their ever-widening environment. So next is the preschoolers now discover their new roles outside in their home. So as you can see, the picture I have provided, the children are playing to each others, and as we can see, they are enjoying, so they become interested to assert themselves as they relate to other people. Next, a lot of very important social skills they will learn during their preschool years will help them throughout their life as adults. And also, these skills can be ever determine the individual's later social adjustment of relationship in adult life. So, as you can see these pictures, they are interacting with each others and socializing with their environments. So, therefore, social emotional development is very important for the preschoolers. Let's proceed to the big ideas on preschoolers' socio-emotional development. So first, the development of initiative is very important of a preschooler. Then second, a healthy self-concept is needed for preschoolers to interact with others. The next is environmental factors influence gender identity in the young children. So, the fourth one is the preschoolers' social development is shown in the stages of play. Then next is the caregiving style of parents and teachers affect the preschoolers' socio-emotional development. And then last one is the preschoolers are interested to build friendships. And then let's proceed to preschoolers initiative. So Erikson viewed of initiative described the emotional changes that happen during the preschool years. It means helping to improve the school readiness of migrant preschool or migrant preschool children and to strengthen parents' engagement in early learning. Erikson believed that healthy preschoolers develop initiative. So, when we say initiative, it is a child may choose to do the things by themselves or trying to initiate things with their age. And guilt is when a child makes mistake while navigating this position. So when a parents, teachers, and other adults support these attempts and provide a stimulating environment, the preschooler's sense of initiative will grow. But if the adult show overprotection, the preschooler will develop guilt. So next is initiative versus guilt. As preschoolers go through conflict initiative versus guilt, they show so much energy and imaginative play activities. Every place becomes their playground to explore. But sometimes adults get exasperated over this behavior and begin to see the preschooler as naughty or makulit. If the adults become over restrictive just to control their child, the child may develop guilt. And remember that even the small things we say, it will affect on the preschoolers. So be careful of what we are saying. So next is the key thing to remember is to apply judicious permissiveness. So what is judicious permissiveness? This involves setting realistic boundaries that keep the preschoolers safe and respectful of self and others. Also, preschoolers will develop a healthy sense of initiative in an affirming, encouraging, and stimulating environment. Next is self-concept and the preschoolers. Self-concept, it refers to the one sense himself, a general view about one's abilities, strengths, and weaknesses. While self-esteem, it is important of self-concept, which especially refers to one's judgment about one's worth. The preschoolers need a lot of patience and encouragement from adults. So, by the end of the toddlerhood, the preschoolers will come with a clear sense that they are separate, distinct persons. With their ability to make representations, they can now think and reflect about themselves. So the preschooler concept, well, their characters or mainly focuses on their characters and their beliefs. For example, when they say, kaya ko na yan, kaya ko na to, I can do this. So that is called self-concept. While the self-esteem is the judgment about one's worth. They usually tend to evaluate to try again even if they become or should I say they usually tend to evaluate their skills high with an underestimate the task. They are confident to try again even if they don't succeed with something. However, they may become negative because of repeated frustration and disapproval. Preschoolers, they need a lot of patience and encouragement from adults. So next is the environmental factors and gender in preschoolers' socio-emotional development. So as the preschoolers' ability to create schemas develop, they become capable of gender typing. Gender typing, it is the process of forming gender rules, gender-based, or preferences and behavior accepted by the society. So, when we say gender typing, preschoolers begin to associate certain things like toys, jobs, clothes, games, or colors just for even the action of behaviors as being by only for boys or only for girls. So it is based on their gender identity. The view of oneself is being masculine or feminine. Then, gender typing and gender identity are influenced by environmental factors such as the family, teachers, peers, and the mass media. It involves our friends, environment, or the people surround us. So the preschooler teachers should be think thoroughly on how the present notion of what boys and girls can do is especially in the discussion about the occupations or community helpers. Miss Aliana Lane Leang will continue the part and stages of play of the socio-emotional development of the preschoolers. So, I hope you learned something about my report. God bless and thank you for listening.